So, welcome to the session. Today we will talking about the formative 2 and summative results release. They are currently busy importing the computer results, so you should be able to access your results on the student portal. So these results are for the assessments that you submitted from 1 to 7 June on Cole Campus, with the deadline being on the 7th of June, and no late submissions were accepted or no emailed submissions were accepted. And please note that no subs have been granted for any non-submissions due to technical errors. By now, you should know how to log into Cole Campus, but I want you to pay special attention how to log into the student portal. The student portal can be accessed on https://login.microsoftonline.com, and your login is student number at myboston.co.za. So if your student number is 123456 at myboston.co.za, and your password is capital letter B for Boston, then your ID or passport number that you use to register at Boston with an exclamation mark. Once you are on the student portal, you will also be able to see your overall result for a subject, so not just your individual assessment results, but also your overall average for the subject, so that you can see whether you have passed or failed the subject. This is especially useful for semester-based subject and your computer subjects. Now, all marks should already reflect by the time that we finish with this presentation, and you can only access your result if your account is up to date. If your account is in arrears, you will not see your marks on the student portal, and on Cole Campus, you will only be able to see the feedback, not your actual mark for your assessments. So what should you do if your account is in arrears? You must please go visit your campus's accounts department to make payment arrangements. And please note that you can only use Cole Campus to see your individual assessment results, which I'll show you how to now, not your overall average, as it does not work it out correctly. Because you will see on Cole Campus, it either says no grade or it says the incorrect grade. The only place you can see your correct overall average for a subject is on the student portal and on the progress reports, which you can get on the campus from either the accounts department or the administration department. So when you're on Cole Campus, a lot of you like to tick on the blue little block there on the right-hand side, which says results. Then a drop-down menu appears and you see your subject name and you see results. Now, as I said, those results are incorrect as it does not show the correct overall average for the subject, as it does not take in the weightings into account. And also you'll see some of the subject says no grade. That is because we do not actually make use of this function as it does not work out your overall average correctly. So you must only use Cole Campus to go onto your individual subjects on Cole Campus, such as here. Look at your home page. Then on the right-hand side, you'll see there says recent feedback, and then it will say, let's say, research method summative. If you click then on it, you will see your actual rubric for the subject, which gives you the feedback on your assessment as well as your mark. Now, please note, if your account is in arrears, you will only be able to see your feedback here. You will not be able to see your marks. Remember, I told you that if you want to see the correct overall averages for your subject, the best place to go and look at is on the student portal, which is the Microsoft Online website, or to come to the campus to collect your progress report or to get it emailed by the accounts or administration department. If you have any queries, you can also email your academic manager. Your academic manager's email address is also on the homepage of the subject if you do not understand the feedback on your assessment. But if you looked at your mark and your rubrics and you do not agree with something, such as a plagiarism penalty that was applied, you have the right to lodge an academic appeal. Now, academic appeals are usually logged within 5 days of the release of the results. And the academic appeals for the formative 2 and the summative results for semester A will close on the 5th of July, next week, Friday. So as I said, an academic appeal is made for a specific assessment event in any subject within 5 days of the release of results. Now, if you appeal late, unfortunately, we will not be able to assist you. Now, students cannot appeal on overall subjects. So many students have already sent in appeals and said, Karika, I've gotten 46. Can I give you a few more marks to be passed? No, you cannot do so. We can only look at a specific assessment. So in other words, you look at your assessment, you look at the marking. Perhaps there wasn't a section that's marked. Perhaps there was a plagiarism penalty that was applied and you don't agree with it. Then you're able to log an academic appeal. And how do you do so? You send an email to myself, karika@boston.co.za, and you CC your branch manager in. If it's Arcadia, it's Taryn@boston.co.za. Santon is just me, so you only have to email me once. Or you can CC your Durban branch manager, which is brett@boston.co.za. In the subject line, please make sure that you write the following information. It must say academic appeal, your surname, your first name, your student number, what subject you are appealing, and which assessment level. If we do not have all that information, we are unable to review your academic appeal. In the body of your email, write exactly what you are appealing. You can't just say, I'm logging an appeal. An appeal for what? You have to clearly state that a plagiarism penalty was applied to my journalism assessment. However, I did provide in-text citations and a reference list as per the Harvard referencing method. Please could this be reviewed and have a look at. You also can't just say, I want to remark on my assessment because I believed I really did well. You do not have remark policy. You have to look at your assessment and say, question 1 was incorrectly marked. It asked me to provide the definition of advertising, which I did based on the textbook, see on this page, etc., etc., etc. So you need to really clearly write it with evidence why you are appealing and what exactly you are looking for. The academic appeal will be received by myself, from where it will be forwarded to the academic manager, who will investigate your appeal with the lecturing team. Once they have a finding on your appeal, they return it to myself, and we will provide communication to you on the outcome of the appeal. Now, how does the formative 2 and summative subs work? Please note, as in my previous presentations, you can only complete a supplementary for these assessments if you meet one of the following conditions. Number 1, if you had completed the original formative 2 or summative assessment and you did not perform well, or you missed the assessment due to legitimate reasons such as being sick, and you sent me an email to apply for the sub before the deadline, which was the 11th of June, and I granted you a sub, or you sent an email before the 11th of June to appeal for a sub, and it was granted in writing by myself or the academic manager. So if you did not meet one of these 3 conditions, you are not allowed to participate in the supplementary, and if you do participate in the supplementary, your supplementary will not be marked. So I'm not going to go how to apply for the sub, as this deadline has already passed. If you qualified for the sub because you did not perform well and would like to participate, please note that you are required to pay for the sub. If it is a formative sub that you are completing, it costs 250 Rand. If it is a summative sub that you are completing, it costs 350 Rand. The subs fees are paid into the normal bank account, and you can use your student number as a reference. And then please send the proof of payment to your campus's accounts department. Please note that you only get one chance to write a supplementary. There isn't a sub on a sub. In other words, if you had missed the original assessment and you were granted a sub, you will not be given another second chance. You only get one second chance. Also, please note, you have to complete your supplementary now within this current semester, and the supplementaries for the formative 2s and summatives will be taking place from 13 to 19 July. The briefs for these formative 2 and summative supplementaries are already out on Gold Campus and has been since the 18th of June, and these subs must please be submitted from the 13th to the 19th of July. And also, I'm sure that some of you might already know this, but campus is reopening on Monday the 29th of July, and the Santon class timetable has already been posted under Santon General Information Announcements, where you can go and look at which classes you will be attending.